sir.
Careful, I have a wire there so you don't trip on or anything.
Oh yeah, what's the wire for?
Oh, it's my solar panel.
Oh, you got a whole solar panel set up?
Yeah, I'm just coming through town, headed north on the, it's right there on your left leg.
Okay.
Yeah, just headed north on the Rio Grande. Yep.
Where'd you come from initially?
Well, I'm headed west. I started out in Florida earlier. I'm just kind of working my way. Disabled, homeless, just surviving,
Yeah. So how long you been here in Albuquerque?
A day maybe.
A day? Here in the Bosque?
Since this morning or last night.
Yeah.
Happy to pack up, move it along.
Yeah, what do you think? Well,
Not a criminal, I'm just homeless and disabled.
Next, man?
North, Denver, along the Rio Grande.
Okay, so just so you know, the Rio Grande is one of the hardest spots to camp along on the way up.
I understand
So
the terrain. I have
much.
10 liters of water,
Not
carry
even talking about
food.
that.
I know the terrain.
Terrain-wise, not a big deal. Problem is, like through the Rio Grande State Park,
Yep.
no camping allowed. Okay, and then once you get up past us, you're in Sandia Reservation land.
Okay,
And there's no camping there. That's going to be difficult.
I understand.
Okay.
I just do my best, sir, to, stay out of the way of everybody's headache.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any
It's
way.
hard, bro. I know. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah. You got any ID on you by chance?
Yeah, dude.
You got any weapons on you or anything?
Are you? No, God. I've
Fucking
got,
everything.
my standards,
Okay, just
nothing.
Leave them in your bag for now, okay? You want me to take that? Stand by. Okay. You're 49. Hey man, he's gonna run your name and all that. I'm gonna write it down on my notepad. So what's your first name?
Nicholas, Nicholas,
Choles.
LAS, Lima Alpha. No, first name, Nicholas,
Alright, last
HAMBLIN.
1511 HAMBIL.
BLIN. Nancy. Yeah.
What's your birthday?
May 3rd, 78. Coming right up.
Where you from?
Seattle originally. May I have your name and badge number, sir?
So it's T Bush now. My badge number is 8178.
Thank you, sir. And do you know his?
Jacob Pereira, 817. 8199, but ask him to confirm.
Thanks.
Yeah, CAPRARO. 39, sir.
Disregard, I just made a comment about us having a 26 on it instead of a 12.
My bad. Little 39,
Clear
some
for
42.
48.
Stand by one.
Mind if I start packing up?
How about you just hang out for a second, please?
Sure.
So there's no reason you'd be in trouble or nothing like that, huh?
No.
You've never been arrested before?
Oh, dude, I'm traveling. Stuff happens. Nothing that I ain't got hanging over my head. I just keep going.
Alright. So, what were you arrested for last?
God, we're talking about going back to like college days here. I'm almost 50.
Okay. So what were you arrested for last?
I don't even remember. Usually it's vagrancy. They throw me in the, it would have been California. They stopped me, frisked me, not charged me with anything. Threw me in the nut hatch. A week later they let me go. It's just freaking annoying being human trafficked in that manner. I'm not committing any crimes,
So-
other than just trying to survive. I get it,
So as
move
far as
along
human
type of
trafficking,
stuff.
Sir, I've actually worked human trafficking. I've seen slaves and I've seen what happens to them and beaten, raped.
No, I understand there are multiple forms of human
hold on.
trafficking, sir.
So that's a seizure in Fourth Amendment context.
There you go. Thank
there's
you.
Laws. So those laws, when you violate those laws, the consequences to that is due process of law. So when they seize you and take you to the hospital, that's due process, sir. That's not human trafficking. The evils that happen out there, that's a whole different thing. Sir.
No, I agree. There are different degrees. It sucks. It's a hard world out there. I've helped a few people. I know what this means. It
What?
means that I'm being human trafficked and I need help and cannot say anything. Otherwise, I'm going to get panda-eyed. I understand.
So, have you ever used any narcotics?
Not for a long time. I smoke weed, but it's legal from the state.
Are you high right now?
I've had a joint this morning. There's the rest of it from about an hour ago.
You have anything else on you?
No. Here's my disability evidence.
Okay, man, I'm just waiting on radio. So
Sand and everything.
I'll take care of it.
Seems like you got your equipment squared away, man.
Thank you very much. I'd love to show it off. Got my own battery I built up. Bidirectional USB, full protocol. What do you call it? Symmetrical. It's a symmetrical regulator. So it's 4 switches like an H bridge of a motor and is over 95% efficient. So everything I collect on my panel and store and then burn back out, I'm keeping most of those electrons. Instead of using a linear regulator, which is, 70% and less. If you get it heated up and you're running, you're going to drop to between like 55 and 60% efficiency. So you're keeping a little better of half. So you're keeping a little better of half on the way in, minus the inefficiencies to stuffing them in the battery, then the regulating it back out off the battery. So in the end, you got to generate a little less than double the amount of electricity that you actually end up using. In this way, I'm keeping at least 80+% at any given thing. And it's USB-C, so it automatically, negotiates the power factor between all the points. Yes, sir.
Nicholas, do you have a mailing address anywhere?
Dude, I'm homeless. I'm trying to figure all that out,
So-
I'm doing my best.
Mr. Nicholas, to help you as much as we can, in lieu of booking you, we'd like to just send you a ticket, a citation, a summons. Okay?
There's nowhere. Do you have a friend that I can mail
Yeah,
it
I
to?
have, I do have.
That just makes it easier.
Legal 57.
Yeah, that and then the initial, and that's it. Anything else? Nicholas, most of the time these days, court appearances are virtual. So I understand that you're on the road. So you should still be able to attend virtually for us.
Mm-hmm. So 4332.
Wait, 4332.
Oh, hold on a second. I got it almost there. I just have a friend that, handles my official mail, like disabilities and stuff.
Okay.
That would be perfect too. And court is online too nowadays. It's rather easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if for some reason it's not, I think you can even you can try to request it. But most of the ones I've lately have been virtual.
$205. 2.
98112. Okay.
What'd you do before all this, sir?
Well, I was a truck driver until some officers, while I was sober, gave me a pink slip for refusing to blow, but I didn't. I'm like, hey, I'm sober. You want to, I'm happy to test. He comes back, hands me a pink slip, and I'm like, what's going on, sir? And he's like, well, you don't have to be rude about it. I'm like, no, I'm being civil with you. Why are you doing this to me?
So you were a truck driver?
Yeah, 1.8 million miles. More recently, a paraglider. But all my gear was stolen by another paraglider. I've been harassed by them for the better part of a decade that I've been doing it. I understand harassment laws. I understand community mobbing laws. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a police officer, but I am an educated citizen. And having these levels of felonies committed against a disabled American protected class citizen under ADA are severe felonies. And nobody will prosecute it. I can't afford the $2,000 retainer to begin the process. I get laughed out of the court and stations like a conspiracy theorist when I try to file paperwork with videos and evidence.
What was
And
your first name again, sir?
Nicholas,
Nicholas, you know that despite us writing these tickets, we're not angry at you, and we are police officers.
you're just following orders.
No, not quite. We care about this environment, and whether you realize it or not, the risk to the landscape from fires and erosion is very great. So this template area right here, the vegetation is cleared out. Where you set up an encampment, it leads to erosion. So we're here to protect the environment and the people in the bosque, sir. But just remember, when we're talking to you, I understand you may be frustrated, but I don't want to use force against you. I'm not angry at you.
I'm calm.
And remember, we're being professional with you.
Yeah, I completely recognize that, and I appreciate that, and I'm being honest with you and directly answering your questions with my experience.
Thank you.
Nicholas, what's your
Even though I do have a right to pretty much be quiet, I think you guys, deserve a fair discourse and conversation on the matter.
And I also agree, and that's why we're trying to treat you the same by letting you still move on without having to. Now you won't. I'm telling you verbally, you're not allowed to be in any part of the Rio Grande Valley State Park open space. Okay, that's going to be both sides of the river, all the way from the Isleta Pueblo, which is about at Interstate 25. Okay?
Yeah.
All the way up to Sandia Pueblo, and those. Once you get there, that's a whole nother legal system.
And
just so you have a
genuinely be careful there.
Yes.
They're very strict and enforce their laws very strongly.
very different than ours.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about city ordinances today. Okay, smoking marijuana in our open space is illegal. Not the marijuana itself. Okay, that's not what I'm worried about. But smoking in our open space is okay. That is.
No, I understand your
ordinance. And the other one
policies.
is camping.
You've articulated the policy
Now,
well. I appreciate that.
Nicholas, last thing I'm going to need for you is if do you have social that I can get from you?
No, I really have minimal no presence.
Do you have a phone number I can get from you too?
206-247-8030.
8030. And I wasn't asking for social for any sort of status.
No, I don't give my social to anybody but the tax man. I do understand the limits of my rights, and that would exceed the preview and privilege of this conversation,
I
since
guess
you
as
do
long
have
as
my
you're giving me
ID.
the rest of your identity,
Yeah.
it's fine. Do you have anything else? Or?
Do
No.
you have any other questions for us, sir?
No, sir.
All right. He wanted our badge numbers too.
Yeah.
You're
You
81.
ready? 8199.
I got it wrong. I said 8177.
Yeah, 8199. So.
But Caprero?
Caprero rhymes with Camaro. Is the way to
Caprero, 8.
Yeah.
What was it again?
8199.
And I'm 8178, and then I'm Bushnell.
Thanks, Bushnell.
All right, man.
Thanks, Caprero.
Hey, be safe out there. I'm a backpacker, like on the side for fun. Okay. I wouldn't mess with this.
Yeah.
This open space. We get guys all the time with firearms, with
Real
meth.
drugs.
We're not. That's like I said. We're not worried about your marijuana, anything like that. Just the smoking and the camping. But
It's the open flame. It's
Oh, yeah, no.
so, be safe, man. Good luck on your travel up there too.
I'll get packed up and go.
All right,
we
man.
appreciate you, sir. Have
Yep.
a good day, sir.
Good night.